Hey everybody, on today's show, we're going to talk about mutual funds.
What is a mutual fund? What do they do? What are they? Like, seriously. Can you explain to me what in the hell is in a mutual fund? Yo.
Hey everybody out there.
On today's show, I'm going to talk about mutual funds. A mutual fund is basically an investment grouping of various securities that are managed by professionals. Stocks, bonds, commodities, it's all there.
The more diverse, the better.
A mutual fund is built in such a manner that its portfolio is supposed to beat the market.
Mutual funds have other advantages as well. It is an incredibly easy jumping in point to investment in the regard that it is a fire and forget tool. A creepy investor man deducts your hard-earned cash out of your check. You get paperwork back every so often that tells you how much money you've made without even thinking about it. The scale of investment is also an advantage. By that I mean you and I can invest different amounts of money in the same mutual fund and reap the benefits of that fund in direct proportion to the sum invested.
Speak English, motherfucker.
A mutual fund has a host of different stocks, bonds, and commodities all packaged together. Some of the individual stocks in a mutual fund may be some shares of Apple or Facebook, which are currently trading in the triple digits. I can't afford to buy a bunch of Apple shares and a bunch of Amazon shares individually, but in a mutual fund, you can.
Mutual funds are not all that. Access to your money can be a hassle. The selling point of mutual funds are to beat the market, and they never do. Taxes, like for real taxes. Front and back end expenses. Fees on top of fees on top of fees.
Calm down. I'm not trying to convince anybody that mutual funds are the next big thing, but you can't dismiss them outright. Pick a mutual fund for your child and watch it mature without having to lift a finger. That's one way to turn a small investment into a larger return once you're done.
Which could take years. The drag on profits is compounded by the fees you wind up paying. Not to mention the whole selling point is to beat the market, which it never does. Did I mention that mutual funds don't beat the market? Because they don't.
The point is to learn about the market while you get paid. Getting paid to learn is awesome if you ask me. Nobody wants to find out how to play high-stakes poker with their own money, especially with no insurance of any kind. A mutual fund can help you with a set of goals that you can achieve in the market without losing your shirt. Mutual funds are beyond a shadow of a doubt one way to make money in the market. You might not get rich overnight, but if you stick with it, you will see returns.
Index funds tracks a particular index, like the S&P 500 without the fees.
The movers and shakers of the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ are tracked in an index fund. Now you can get in on all the fun by buying in. One of the things that makes the index fund different is securities that fall from the top are removed from the index fund and replaced with better commodities. When the index makes changes, so do you.
That means when a company like GE, for example, experiences major changes in the makeup of the company's financial situation, you aren't stuck trying to dump your position. The index fund does it for you.
You keep winning even when you aren't on your phone or laptop all day and night trying to keep up with the game.
Just staying in an index fund will net you more than a mutual fund in the long run because of fees. Remember, you are paying fees for the actively traded mutual fund. The broker has to make trades to beat the market in order to satisfy the customer, which is you. The index fund does not have to do nearly as much trading. Maybe one or two commodities as they move up or out of the top of the index.
Truly a cost-saving way to stay on top of things when you think about it.
Exactly. Why am I shelling out money to people who are not even doing what they're supposed to claim to be doing? And that's just the fees. Don't even get me started on the taxes.
Let's shift gears and talk about the cards we've laid on the table so far. Mutual funds are securities that have been put together in a single fund that is actively managed for the purpose of beating the market.